Hi, today I'm going to show you the Lilliput 669GL 7-inch monitor. Included in the box of the 669, in terms of cables, we have, importantly, an HDMI to HDMI cable with additional USB port for the touchscreen. This USB function only works on touchscreen models of this monitor. We also have the equivalent, but HDMI to DVI, for customers who want to connect their monitor to a DVI connection on the computer. And also VGA with touchscreen, so customers can connect the VGA on their computer. So already you can begin to see how this monitor features practically every important video connection on the market. And finally, the final AV connection we have is what's known as Lilliput's breakout cable. This clips into the side of the monitor and breaks out to two composite video and one connection for the VGA. This provides a very secure connection for VGA, which then adapts to this cable, and DC 12 volt input. The benefit of having DC 12 volt input on this connection means that if you want to quickly and easily detach the monitor, simply unclip this lead and the monitor is detached straight away. You also get a cigarette lighter 12 volt power adapter with fuse, useful for customers looking to use this monitor for automotive applications. A DC 12 volt, so an AC adapter, so that you can connect this to your mains power if you're looking to use it in a building. Remote control, so you can control the monitor remotely. And desktop stand, which features a 1/4 inch thread on the back, which you can slide the monitor onto the back, and adhesive stand at the bottom, so you can stick it to a table for more permanent fitting. And finally, software drivers included as well. Aside from the cables, you also get the user manual and, last but not least, the monitor. So this is a Lilliput 669GL 7-inch monitor with HDMI, DVI, VGA and touchscreen. On the bottom, in terms of mounting, you can see you have a 1/4 inch British standard Whitworth thread. This is standard across almost all Lilliput monitors. And this allows a secure connection from the bottom. We also have a vertical slot mount mechanism here, which allows for the stand to slide onto the back. And the most important and most widely used connection is the VESA 75 connection, also on the back. This means you can securely mount the monitor with using any VESA mount on the market. As long as it adheres to VESA 75 standard, this monitor will support it, opening customers up to a lot more options when it comes to mounting their monitor. Okay, so now I'm just going to run down some of the video connections on the Lilliput 669GL. This model in particular is the touchscreen model. So from the front, you see here you've got power to standby button, AV, which changes channel, left and right change brightness, menu for your on-screen display controls, and plus and minus for audio level controls. On the side, we have this connection on the bottom is called the breakout connection. You can plug this cable into the breakout cable here. And this connection provides a really secure and sturdy way of connecting VGA and composite. So here you get the VGA mini DIN cable. Again, this provides a very secure connection, and two composite video channels and an extended power connection. If you have no intention of using VGA or composite video, you probably won't need this connection. The next connection up is the HDMI. This also applies for customers who wish to use DVI on their computer. The DVI connection is compatible with the HDMI, so simply plug this in and use the HDMI or DVI version of the cable, whichever you choose. And finally at the top we have DC 12 volt input. So here I'm going to use the mains power adapter that's come with the monitor, plug it in, and it should automatically switch on straight away. So here you can see the touchscreen works. Just navigating the lilliputuk.com site at the moment. The monitor includes Windows drivers, so you can get this. So you can easily get this configured on your computer in no time at all. Okay, now I'm just going to show you how to calibrate the monitor. When you plug it into a Windows computer straight, it normally picks up some drivers, but you do need to calibrate it and just install the TouchKit software that's applied to the monitor on the driver disk. Installation is very straightforward. It's just a matter of clicking next, and then within 5 minutes the drivers will have installed. However, on certain monitors, when you click, it might be out of position, so you do need to calibrate. Simply go to Tools, 4-point calibration, and just where this little target is in the corner, click and hold. And that's calibrated. You can do more detailed calibrations if you need improved sensitivity, but for the most part the 4-point calibration does a perfectly good job, and that's what most customers require. And then from there, as you can see, the monitor is very responsive. Okay, now I'm just going to show you the different mounting options available on the Lilliput 669GL. Looking on the back, you can see that it has two main mounting options. Visa 75, using the 4 Visa points here. This provides a very secure connection and lots of flexibility in how to mount the monitor. On the very bottom you've got a 1/4 inch British Standard with thread, which is used for a lot of professional AV equipment. And finally, a vertical slot mount mechanism on the back. I'm just going to run through these now and show you how they work. So firstly, this is the vertical slot mount stand that's supplied. As you can see, you have adhesive base on the bottom, and also 2 drill holes here if you want to drill it onto a wall or secure it onto a stand, onto a desk. You have an adjustment slider here, so you can adjust the angle and then just tighten it to close. And then there's a little catch here on the side. Take this catch off and slide this piece up, and this gives you the vertical slot. There's a small metal square plate that sits here. This sits in between the monitor and this sits in between the monitor, and just tighten it up a bit. Tighten it up as much as you want, but not too tight. And then finally, once this little plate's stuck onto the back, just connect it back onto the stand. And that provides a small desktop stand for the monitor. The next option we have is to use a Visa 75. This one isn't included with the monitor, but there are thousands and thousands of different types of Visa 75 mounts available on the market. The benefit of having got a Visa 75 is that there's so many different types that you can buy. You can buy the exact type of stand for your application. So if this stand isn't quite right for you, I'm sure there's a Visa 75 stand available that would suit. These 4 points here, on this stand, just make sure that the 4 points sit into these 4 sliding holes here. and as you can imagine, this will be a very, very secure, very rugged solution for mounting the monitor. Once that's mounted, you can see here, it's very easily wall mounted, can be adjusted, can be swiveled, lots of flexibility with this mounting option. Okay, and the final mounting option for the Lilliput 669GL is using the 1/4 inch British Standard Whitworth thread on the bottom. This mounting option is common amongst a lot of professional AV equipment, and you'll find this is standard across most Lilliput monitors. To connect the stand to the monitor using the British Standard Whitworth thread, simply detach the plate, remove off this square nut, and then connect this onto the bottom here. Tighten it as much as you want, but not too tight. And then adjust the position of this so that the stand is facing upwards. And then lock the stand in position by closing the nut. And then simply slide in. This provides, again, a very secure, very rugged mounting option for the monitor using the supplied adhesive desktop stand. Okay, now we're just going to give you a rundown over the LCD specification. The 669 benefits from an LED backlit monitor. So this means enhanced brightness and enhanced contrast ratio. And also, aside from that, much lower power consumption. So when you're running it off mains, or if you're running the monitor off a battery, then the battery will draw significantly less power. The native resolution of the 669GL is 800 pixels by 480 pixels. However, this monitor with the HDMI input, you can handle up to a full 1920 by 1080 picture. You still get exactly the same quality, very, very pin-sharp picture quality, which makes the 669GL very popular with professional video customers. If professional video customers are very specific about the performance of the monitor, then we normally suggest the Lilliput 668, which is more optimised for pro video applications. The 669 is widely used in automotive, automation, and home entertainment applications. This model is a touchscreen model, which means that the touchscreen adds a glossy layer to the LCD. If you'd have the option, if you'd have the non-touchscreen model, then it would be a matte LCD. But at the present, this is a touchscreen model, so it has a glossy finish. And finally, the viewing angle is also very competitive for a monitor of this size, industry leading in terms of viewing angle. So you can, particularly if this is being fitted for an automotive application or automation, any kind of applications where the user might be sat at a slightly awkward angle from the monitor, the user will always get a perfect picture. I mean, the full specification of this unit, of the 669, can be found on lilliputuk.com under HDMI monitors. There's a full specification and comprehensive LCD panel datasheet.